In a move that has sent shockwaves through both Washington, D.C. and the digital asset space, the United States has firmly planted its flag in the blockchain frontier. As of July 2025, the U.S. Department of Commerce began publishing its official gross domestic product, or GDP, data directly onto public blockchains, which is, an unprecedented step for a major federal agency. This initiative represents a radical modernization of how official government statistics are disseminated, moving beyond traditional websites and centralized databases into the decentralized, borderless world of distributed ledger technology. For the first time, core metrics that define the health of the world's largest economy are being recorded on a tamper-proof and universally accessible ledger, signaling a profound endorsement of the technology's core principles. The historical significance of this development really cannot be overstated. Under the leadership of President Donald Trump, who has increasingly styled himself as the crypto president, this action is being framed as a strategic play to cement America's dominance in the next wave of technological innovation. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick proudly announced the move, highlighting not only the impressive 3.3% GDP growth for the quarter, but also the philosophy behind the decision. By publishing this data on-chain, the administration aims to make America's economic truth immutable and globally accessible like never before. It is a powerful statement that seeks to merge the credibility of U.S. federal data with the security and transparency inherent in blockchain architecture. The initial rollout of this program is impressively broad. The Department of Commerce didn't just pick one chain, it published an official hash of its quarterly GDP data release to a wide array of 9 different blockchains: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Arbitrum One, Polygon, POS, Tron, Stellar. For on-chain data to be useful, it needs a secure and reliable mechanism to get from its source in the real world onto the blockchain. This is where decentralized Oracle networks come into play, acting as the critical bridge between off-chain information and on-chain smart contracts. Recognizing this, the Department of Commerce announced strategic partnerships with 2 leading Oracle providers, Chainlink Pith network. These networks are now tasked with integrating a suite of U.S. macroeconomic data: GDP, personal consumption expenditures, price index, real final sales, into the DeFi ecosystem. This partnership is the technical linchpin that makes the government's on-chain data actionable for developers. The market's reaction was immediate and explosive, underscoring the perceived value of the integration. Within minutes, Pith Network's native token Pith skyrocketed by 69%, adding nearly $1 billion to its fully diluted valuation. Chainlink's Link also popped 7.6%, climbing to $25.82. They launched new Chainlink data feeds to securely deliver U.S. economic data, making it available initially across 10 prominent blockchains. The availability of official U.S. economic data on-chain is a game-changer for developers and the entire decentralized finance (DeFi) sector. Previously, DeFi protocols operated in a relatively isolated environment. They primarily reacted to crypto-native price movements. Now, for the first time, they can directly and securely interact with real-world macroeconomic indicators. This unlocks a vast array of innovative use cases that were once purely theoretical. For instance, developers can now build automated trading strategies that execute actions based on a new GDP report the moment it's published on-chain, or that execute actions based on an inflation report the moment it's published on-chain. This direct data access removes intermediaries and reduces latency, enabling more sophisticated and responsive financial products. The potential applications extend far beyond automated trading. Prediction markets can now be created to speculate on future economic outcomes with a clear, indisputable data source for settlement. DeFi lending and borrowing protocols can build more advanced risk management models, automatically adjusting collateral requirements based on macro volatility, or automatically adjusting interest rates based on macro volatility. Imagine a stablecoin protocol that dynamically adjusts its stability mechanisms in response to real-time PCE inflation data, or a tokenized asset platform where the value of a real estate-backed token is algorithmically linked to national economic growth figures. To support this new wave of enterprise adoption, Chainlink has also strategically bolstered its ecosystem through initiatives like the Chainlink Strategic Reserve. As of mid-August 2025, the reserve held over $2.4 million in Link, funded through payment abstraction. The decision by the U.S. government to publish its core economic data on-chain is more than just a technical upgrade, it's a powerful signal of institutional acceptance. For years, the cryptocurrency industry has operated under a cloud of regulatory uncertainty, often viewed with skepticism by mainstream institutions. This move by the Department of Commerce, championed at the highest levels of government, provides a significant dose of legitimacy. It implicitly acknowledges that blockchains are not just speculative instruments, but are robust and transparent platforms for distributing critical information. This endorsement is likely to have a ripple effect, encouraging other federal agencies and private sector enterprises to explore their own blockchain integrations. The positive mood in the market reflects this newfound optimism. While tokens like Chainlink and Pith saw direct benefits, the sentiment boost has been felt across the board. Investors see this as a clear sign that the US is serious about fostering crypto innovation rather than stifling it. This could pave the way for more favorable regulatory frameworks for assets like XRP, which are focused on enterprise and government use cases. This development is particularly bullish. Ultimately, this initiative positions the United States to lead the global conversation on blockchain governance and innovation. Looking ahead, this is likely just the beginning.